the feints, the foot movement, the way he lands shots. He fights like a boxer. He doesn't fight like a guy who's trying to box in a celebrity boxing match.
Let that sink in.
Jake
That's
Paul,
boxing right
Gervonta Davis is so crazy. 135 versus 200.
That is, if I'm not mistaken, a 92-pound weight difference. Oh.
Joe Rogan has once again ignited the world of combat sports with his bold remarks ahead of the much-anticipated Jake Paul versus Gervonta "Tank" Davis fight. The UFC commentator didn't hold back, stating that Jake Paul's physical size and weight could be a game-changer for Davis, potentially ending the latter's career if they ever face off in the ring. Rogan pointed out that although Gervonta is one of the most devastating punches in boxing, his smaller frame might not be enough to handle Jake Paul's reach, power, and overall physicality. Rogan didn't completely downplay Jake Paul's boxing skills. He admitted that Jake has shown legitimate development as a fighter. Rogan highlighted that if Jake Paul were just another boxer and not a YouTube star, his rise would be seen as truly impressive. Paul has proven himself in the ring, demonstrating real skill, ring awareness, and an ability to box well, not just throw punches randomly. However, Rogan cautioned that Jake's upcoming fight with Gervonta Davis is not to be taken lightly. Davis, according to Rogan, is on a different level in terms of skill and knockout ability. And if Jake doesn't respect that, the fight could end in disaster for him. Jake Paul's confidence has been through the roof lately. In a recent statement, Paul declared that he would destroy Gervonta Davis in the ring, citing their size difference as a key factor. While he acknowledged Davis's boxing skills and patriotism, Paul's boldness quickly caught the attention of critics. Many feel that this statement undermines the seriousness of the fight, reducing it to a spectacle rather than a genuine contest of skill. With Jake Paul coming in as a cruiserweight near 200 pounds and Davis fighting at lightweight around 135 pounds, the stark size gap raises concerns that this fight may be more about showmanship than actual sport. As the fight approaches, details are becoming clearer. Scheduled for November 14, 2025 at the Kaseya Center in Miami, the fight will be an exhibition with a 10-round card streamed on Netflix. This bout between the two widely talked about fighters will take place at a catchweight of 195 pounds, significantly heavier than Davis's usual fighting weight of around 135 pounds and well beyond Jake Paul's previous cruiserweight bouts. This weight discrepancy is one of the most discussed aspects, and it has fans and analysts wondering how the difference will affect the fight. Beyond Joe Rogan's opinions, others within the boxing world have weighed in on the fight between Jake Paul and Gervonta Davis. The reactions are mixed. Some express concerns, others are skeptical, and there's a definite undercurrent of caution about the safety and legitimacy of the fight. As the event draws nearer, more and more industry voices are raising questions about what this fight means for boxing and whether it's a genuine competition or a money-making spectacle. Calvin Ford, Gervonta Davis's head trainer, acknowledged the risks involved in fighting Jake Paul, particularly due to the massive size difference. However, he was resolute in saying, "We signed the contract, we're going to make it do what it do." Ford wasn't concerned with the size disparity so much as the gloves that would be used. He suggested that to make the fight more even, Davis should use 8-ounce gloves, while Jake Paul should use 10-ounce gloves. The issue of glove size remains one of the key negotiation points as the fight draws nearer. Calvin Ford went on to explain that initially the team had been preparing for a rematch with Lamont Roach Jr. However, when the opportunity to fight Jake Paul arose, they felt it was too big of a chance to pass up. Ford made it clear that although a Roach rematch would have made more sense in sporting terms, the Jake Paul fight offered significantly more financial gain and exposure. Ford defended the decision, asserting that sometimes a fighter must step through a bigger door, even if it's not the most obvious choice. However, the bout has faced serious regulatory hurdles, with the Georgia Athletic and Entertainment Commission refusing to sanction it due to the dangerous weight discrepancy between the fighters. This led to the fight being relocated to Miami. That wraps up today's